My roommate Stan had this takeout thieving habit. One day, he went too far. He scarfed the food my online gaming buddy, Shadow Queen, had ordered for me. Later, Shadow Queen sends me a screen grab from the delivery guy's camera and hits me with, "You look like that? How dare you even talk to me? Gross." She dumps me and immediately hooks up with Aries, the top male gamer in our scene. Everyone starts posting pics of Aries, laughing at me. I stare at the picture and freeze. Isn't that me? I logged into the game and bam, my gaming buddy Shadow Queen had cut ties with me. I tried to message her, but she just sent disgusting and then blocked me. Just then, my roommate Stan saw me online and invited me. I tried to shake off the weird feeling I had, but when I hit the group up, someone else was already in the lobby. The ID was way too familiar. Shadow Queen. Stan and Shadow Queen were chatting on voice comms. When she saw I was in the room, the friendly tone she had been using turned immediately sour. She snapped, "Ugh, why'd you invite him?" Stan, from his bunk above me, whined. Shadow Queen was blunt. "No, and I don't want to know him. Don't ever associate me with him." I frowned and asked, "What's your problem?" Shadow Queen's voice was cold. "How dare you ask me that? I feel sick just thinking about us being buddies. Don't ever say we were a thing. I'd be too embarrassed." With that, she muted me and said to Stan, "I don't want to play with him." Stan leaned over his bunk, grinning smugly, and then he booted me from the room. I knew her from real life. Her real name was Chloe, and she was the star captain of the volleyball team at the university next door. Once, when I was at a competition, she twisted her ankle, and I carried her to the nurse's office. I was smitten with this kind, beautiful girl. So when I realized that she was also Shadow Queen, I accepted her invite to game together. We played a long time, me the jungler, her in mid, and we clicked. So I said yes to being her gaming buddy, but now I was hearing Stan, up in his bed, cooing as he played support. Chloe laughed. "Sure thing." I bit my lip, feeling mixed emotions. I decided to get out of the dorm. Just then, Stan suddenly asked. Chloe didn't hold back. "He's just plain gross." Makes my stomach turn to look at him. I froze. Gross? I had actually been runner-up in the school's most handsome student pageant last year. This was the first time anyone had ever called me gross. But then he went back to his overly sweet voice. Chloe laughed. Stan giggled. I turned to look at Stan, who was facing away from me playing the game. His bed was a mess. His hair hadn't been washed in 2 weeks. He probably last showered a few days ago. He was sitting on his pillow, all 200 plus pounds of him, simpering to Chloe. I couldn't take it anymore, so I left to grab something from the cafeteria. About 30 minutes later, Chloe posted in our gaming squad's Discord, "Anyone want a game?" Everyone jumped at the chance. Chloe replied, "Don't ever bring him up in front of me." Everyone started to sniff out the gossip. Chloe immediately replied with a vomit emoji. She was making it very clear how much she disliked me. Everyone jumped to conclusions. I sighed. I was curious why Chloe suddenly hated me, so I tagged her while she was still chatting. "Since you're here, you should at least explain why. I don't want people making stuff up." The group immediately pounced. Chloe seemed annoyed that I was getting so bold. She sneered, "How dare you ask me? Since you're so desperate to know the truth, I guess I'll spill. I've already given you enough chances to save face." Then she posted a picture. She quickly added, "How could you even think of hitting on me when you look like that? So gross." I clicked on the image and scowled. It was a photo, secretly taken. The picture showed a heavyset guy with greasy hair, grinning while holding a food delivery bag like he had pulled off a heist. It was Stan. The squad chat blew up. I immediately typed, "Where did you get that picture?" Chloe didn't hold back. "I wanted to meet you. You kept making excuses, so I respected the fact that you were a guy, but when I asked for a picture, you kept refusing. So I had the delivery guy take a picture of you when they dropped off my food order. Thank goodness I did, or else I'd never know you were a lard butt." I frowned. "I didn't get your delivery. That's my roommate. He must have taken it." Chloe scoffed. "I knew you'd say that. You're saying that's your roommate? Fine, then post a picture of you." Everyone else jumped on the bandwagon. I looked at the guy's insults. I was disgusted. Even if I proved it wasn't me, who cares? I knew Chloe's true colors now. We were no longer buddies, so I wasn't going to argue with them. Besides, I didn't want to post my pictures for them to pick apart. So, I just replied, "No." Chloe sneered, "I won't hold it against you for lying to me. Just stay away from my school." We had seen each other a few times, but she didn't know it was me. I muted the chat, ate quickly, and went back to the dorm. Stan was on his bed, feet up, scrolling through TikTok. I went to him and asked bluntly, "Stan, did you take my delivery?" Instead, Stan's bulk climbed off his bed. He threw the half-eaten chicken leg bones onto my desk, sneering, "It was super hot out. I was doing you a favor by grabbing your food. So what if I ate a few legs? Here's the rest of it. So quit being such a cheapskate." The greasy bag hit me, and bones scattered all over the floor. My face hardened. "Clean it up." Stan scoffed, rolling his eyes. "It's your food. Why should I clean? You always look like you have money. I thought you were rich, but you're so cheap. It's just a few chicken legs. You don't see me giving you the stink eye when I share. You know how many people want to order me food? I'm doing you a favor by eating it." He waddled off to the bathroom. I didn't want to waste my breath. I just swept the chicken bones onto his desk with a blank face. When he came out and saw, he screamed and tried to hit me. I easily dodged. Our other roommate came back from lunch and tried to stop the fight. "What's going on?" I was still catching my breath. Stan's shrill voice yelled, "Leo's online girlfriend dumped him. Now she's playing with me and he's jealous. He's going crazy." Our roommate looked at Stan's fat face and then at me, looking unsure. "Are you sure?" Stan laughed. "Of course. She dumped him. He keeps trying to get back with her. If you don't believe me, listen to this." He pulled out his phone and made a call. 30 seconds later, Chloe's voice sounded, "Hey, what's up?" Stan cooed, "Chloe, honey, Leo's jealous that you're playing with me. He's losing it and threw trash on my desk." Chloe replied angrily, "He dared to do that to you? I knew it. Ugly guys have such ugly souls." Stan whined, "Yeah, if he's this awful, you won't be talking to to him, right? Chloe said to reassure him. Absolutely not. I can't stand him. Stan, all sugar. But you guys are in the same gaming circle. You might see him. Chloe, sounding disgusted, said, our team is high ranking. If it weren't for his skills, he wouldn't be able to play with me. Don't worry. I'll get the leader to invite you instead. I'll only play with you. Stan giggled. You're so sweet. Chloe hadn't even finished talking to Stan when she was already tagging the team captain on the Discord. Can you make room on our roster? I have a friend who wants to join. The captain sounded reluctant. We are a team of pros. Everyone is a contributor, so I hate the idea of cutting anyone. The other team members didn't want to lose their spots, so they agreed with the captain. Chloe seemed to have already anticipated it. She typed, I want to add Aries. The chat blew up. When they heard that Chloe wanted to add Aries, the captain hesitated. I want to add him, but we need to cut someone to make room. Who should we get rid of? Everyone went quiet. No one wanted to be cut. Then Chloe said, let's drop Leo. That was what everyone wanted to hear. Everyone jumped on the bandwagon. The vote was unanimous. I was busy ignoring the chat. The only message I saw was when the captain sent me a DM asking me to have an in-house match with Chloe. Whoever won would get their way. I read the chat, thinking that Aries sounded familiar, but I couldn't remember where I'd heard the name. Just then, the match started. I couldn't beat Chloe. She played characters that had an advantage on my line. She didn't finish the match though. She would wait for me to die, and then would laugh while recalling in front of my corpse. After a few rounds of this, I sighed, surrendered, and told them I was going to leave the team. I lost the match, but everyone else was thrilled. Chloe, looking smug, added a man to the team a few minutes later. I saw the name and avatar. It was so familiar. The Aries was my roommate Stan. Stan entered the chat, and everyone went wild. My hand froze as I went to leave the chat. I looked at Stan, who was eating fried chicken and giggling while typing. Stan could feel me looking at him. He glared at me. What are you looking at? Everyone has their own preferences. So what if they call me a god? Do you think that everyone likes a person like you? Get over yourself. I looked away and didn't say anything. After scolding me, Stan typed, why is Leo still here? Chloe won the match. Captain, are you not getting rid of him? Chloe immediately typed back, of course I am. Then she booted me from the Discord server. Chloe had asked me to join in the first place, so I wasn't too sad that I was gone. I found another team in our town, applied, and logged off. I had to practice for my dance show this afternoon, so I wanted to take a nap. While I was drifting off, I felt like I was being stared at. I rolled over and grumbled. I wasn't even fully awake when I heard a loud thud, then Stan's pained screech. Oh, that hurt! What the heck are you doing, Leo? I instantly woke up, sat up, and saw Stan on the floor, looking like a blob. I frowned, and then I noticed that his phone screen was showing a photo of me. It was taken while I was napping. I was faster than Stan, picking up the phone. Why are you taking pictures of me? He glanced at the screen, looking guilty. But then, 2 seconds later, he gave me an annoyed look. It's just a photo. What's your problem? You always take selfies. Why does it bother you? I said coldly. You're violating my privacy. I'm going to tell the resident advisor. I was going to go report him when he jumped at me, squashing me with his bulk and grabbing the phone. He quickly deleted the picture. He laughed. Deleted it. No harm, no foul. Don't be so sensitive. Then he pushed me out of the dorm room, sneering, go ahead and report me. You can't prove anything. Get lost. I was furious and messaged my resident advisor. The resident advisor replied quickly, Leo, I understand. I will talk to your other roommate to hear his side of the story. I sighed. That was all I could do. Then the RA messaged, the city is having a League of Legends meetup next week. We need someone to go out and do a cosplay as a character. They're missing a performer for the lead role. Are you interested? I remembered what happened with Chloe and replied without thinking. No interest. Then the RA hit me with, it adds points to your grade. Me. Fine. I'll go. I jinxed myself. Later that day, Chloe was on the phone with Stan. I overheard Chloe ask, hey Aries, can you come watch me at the big game meetup next week? Stan loves to speakerphone his chats with Chloe. He said, I have something going on that day, but I'll watch you on the stream. Chloe sounded sad. Okay then, maybe next time? I frowned, but I shook it off. Who cared? Even if she was there, she wouldn't know it was me. Stan said he wasn't going to the meetup. When I was backstage changing, I saw Stan in the audience. He was focused on his phone and hadn't seen me. I was about to look away when a group of girls wearing navy jackets with the State U Volleyball logo walked by me. The girl in the front was on her phone. The other girl wrapped her arm around her neck. Still talking to the Aries, Chloe? Chloe laughed. Yeah, I was just saying that when I win the championship, I'm going to go to his school, surprise him, and ask him to be my boyfriend.